You know that feeling, right? That impending doom of a deadline, the pile of laundry judging you from the corner that you said you'd do a week ago? Yeah, procrastination, we've all been there. But for those of us with ADHD, it can feel like we're locked in an epic battle with our own brains. I remember once I had this huge project due, like huge. I knew about it for weeks. And what did I do? I organized my entire sock drawer, alphabetized my spice rack, and even considered learning how to juggle flaming bowling pins. Anything but the project. Sound familiar? The thing is, procrastination isn't just about laziness, though it can sure feel like it. It's way more nuanced, especially when ADHD is in the mix. So stick around, because in this video, we're diving deep into the world of ADHD procrastination, uncovering the why behind the struggle, and most importantly, sharing practical tips to help you finally conquer those to-do lists and achieve your goals. Okay, let's break this down. ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, isn't just about fidgeting and interrupting, though those can be part of it. It's about how our brains are wired, impacting our ability to focus, regulate emotions, and yeah, you guessed it, manage those pesky executive functions. Executive functions are like the brain's management team, responsible for planning, organizing, starting, and finishing tasks, all that good stuff. But with ADHD, sometimes our executive function team is on a permanent coffee break. Now imagine trying to tackle a complex project with a management team that's MIA. That's kind of what it feels like trying to power through procrastination with ADHD. It's not that we choose to procrastinate, it's that our brains crave that dopamine hit, that feeling of reward, and sometimes, even starting a task feels like climbing Mount Everest. So we put it off. We tell ourselves we'll do it later, that we work better under pressure. Spoiler alert, we usually don't. But then the guilt sets in, the anxiety builds, and suddenly, we're stuck in a vicious cycle of procrastination and shame. But here's the good news, there's hope. Just because procrastination feels like a constant companion, doesn't mean it has to be. By understanding the why behind our struggles, we can start to implement strategies that actually work our ADHD brains, not against them. Stay tuned, because in this video, we're diving into the nitty-gritty of those ADHD-related procrastination challenges. And trust me, you're not alone in this. Let's get real, folks. Procrastination with ADHD is like trying to herd cats while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. It's a lot. But why? What makes it so darn difficult to just buckle down and get things done? Well, for starters, time management can feel like a foreign language. We might underestimate how long a task will take, get easily sidetracked by shiny objects, both literal and metaphorical, or struggle to break down large projects into smaller, more manageable chunks. And then there's the whole prioritization dilemma. With ADHD, everything can feel equally important or equally unimportant, making it nearly impossible to figure out where to even begin. So what happens? We end up bouncing between tasks, starting a million things but finishing none. Oh, and let's not forget about emotional regulation. ADHD can make us more sensitive to frustration and boredom. So if a task doesn't light up our dopamine receptors like a Christmas tree, our brains are going to find something else that does, even if it's just scrolling through memes for hours on end. But wait, there's more. We also have to contend with working memory challenges. Ever start a task, get distracted for 5 seconds, and completely forget what you were doing? Yep, that's ADHD for you. It's like our brains are constantly hitting the refresh button, making it tough to stay on track and resist those procrastination urges. And to top it all off, there's the fear of failure. We might put things off because we're afraid of not meeting expectations, both our own and those of others. So instead of risking imperfection, we avoid the task altogether. But here's the thing, my friend, you are not defined by your procrastination. These challenges are real, but they are not insurmountable. In the next section, we're going to equip you with practical strategies to combat those procrastination demons and start achieving your goals one step at a time. Outsmarting procrastination ADHD-friendly strategies. All right, enough with the doom and gloom. Let's shift gears and talk solutions. Because guess what? You can overcome ADHD procrastination. It's not about becoming a productivity robot, it's about finding what works for your brain. First up, 1. Break it down. Remember how we talked about those Everest-sized tasks? Yeah, let's ditch those. Instead, try breaking down big goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Think bite-sized pieces you can actually swallow, not a giant, overwhelming burrito of a task. For example, if you need to write a report, start with creating an outline, then move on to writing the introduction and so on. Next, 2. Let's talk visual aids. Remember those executive function struggles? Visual cues can be a game changer. Use a planner, sticky notes, whiteboards, whatever works for you. Seeing your tasks laid out can make them feel less daunting and more, well, doable. 3. Now let's create some structure. I know, spontaneity is fun, but routines are our friends. Set specific times for work, breaks, and even procrastination. Having a schedule can help reduce decision fatigue and make it easier to stay on track. Use a timer, Pomodoro technique. Working in short, focused bursts with breaks in between can improve focus and productivity. For example, set a timer for 25 minutes and work on a task without interruption. After the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle 4 times, then take a longer break. And speaking of structure, let's talk about your environment. 4. Minimize distractions. Put your phone on airplane mode, silence those notifications, and find a dedicated workspace where you can focus, even if it's just a corner of your kitchen table. But here's the secret sauce. Make it fun. Remember that dopamine craving? Use it to your advantage. Pair a dreaded task with something you enjoy, like listening to music, a podcast, or even working alongside a buddy. 5. Set clear, achievable goals. Clear goals provide direction and a sense of purpose, which can enhance motivation. Use the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, to set your goals. 6. Remember to celebrate those wins, no matter how small. Finished a task? High five. Stuck to your schedule for a whole day? You're a rock star. Positive reinforcement can work wonders for motivation. 7. Practice mindfulness and stress reduction techniques. Stress and anxiety can exacerbate procrastination. Mindfulness helps in managing these feelings. Incorporate mindfulness practices like meditation, deep breathing exercises, or yoga into your routine. 8. Seek accountability. Having someone to check in with can keep you accountable and motivated. Share your goals with a friend, family member, or coach. Regular check-ins can help you stay on track. 9. Use ADHD-friendly tools. Tools designed with ADHD in mind can enhance productivity. Utilize apps and tools such as Trello, Todoist, or Habitica to organize tasks and track progress. But what happens when you inevitably hit a procrastination wall? Then 10. Practice self-compassion. Don't beat yourself up. We all stumble. The key is to acknowledge it, show yourself some compassion, and get back on track. Remember, progress over perfection. You've got this, taking charge of your ADHD in your life. So, here we are, my friends, at the end of our ADHD procrastination adventure. We've explored the why behind the struggle, delved into the unique challenges we face, and armed ourselves with practical strategies to reclaim our focus and boost our productivity. But remember, this isn't about becoming a productivity machine or conforming to some unrealistic standard of normal. It's about understanding your brain, working with it, not against it, and creating a life that works for you. It's about celebrating those small victories, practicing self-compassion when we stumble, and remembering that progress, not perfection, is the goal. So, as you navigate the ups and downs of ADHD, remember this: you are not alone. There's an entire community of us out here cheering you on, embracing the chaos, and figuring it out together, one step at a time. And hey, if you have any tips, tricks, or epic procrastination stories you want to share, drop them in the comments below. Let's keep the chat topic going and support each other on this wild ride we call ADHD. Now go out there, embrace your neurodiversity, and show the world what you're capable of. So what did you think? Did any of these tips resonate with you? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, while you're there, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more ADHD-friendly tips, tricks, and insights. Remember, managing ADHD is a journey, not a destination. There will be good days and bad days, moments of triumph and times of frustration. But by learning about your brain, seeking support, and implementing strategies that work for you, you can create a life that is both fulfilling and productive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.